Hello everybody, my name is Bigpot and today we will be doing a stream on C Sharp and maybe trying to finish the front end, at least the the base part of the front end, of course. Beautifying it and all that will come later. I'm not good at that. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? And we're back in Visual Studio Code. So where we left off was in WebUI. I figured why the last time it didn't work because we forgot a few things to add in here. So it's radar, so you need to have stuff properly, this C sharp. So hello everybody in chat. Don't be afraid to type a message. And if you have a question, I might be able to answer. So I will try. And let's begin. I have a really. Did I really close that? Good job, me. Let me open up what I had for a, let's call it a basic for you guys for, to help. And here we go. UI, yeah. So what we need is a file called underscore ports. Let's see, as HTML. Not directory, file. File. Yes, HTML. So open up this and inside it are three things we at utility manager.webui at namespace I dot pages, and third one being add tech helpers star Microsoft Microsoft dot ASP.NET Core dot MVC dot tech helper. While these are the old helpers from the MVC time, they still work in Razor. And now if we see, I actually already have fish set up. I properly fish currently, but I still sometimes have problem with it, especially if I run anything, some sort of a confined environment, if from the what the will messed up. That's a rule of thumb. And let's so if we now go and build this and run both those, it should work. But there's some other stuff I would and adding to this project, including a shared directory right here, shared, in which we can then even put a layout. we can base the whole image of our site. But let's currently just this. The first item on my list. And yes, I have a list of things to say. Fun, right? Yeah, apparently it's fun. Unless you forget what the list is. You have to find it. And not used to rank. Huh. Here's I didn't save it. Job me. Job me. So again, if there are any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And same with just chatting. Chat, send a message to the chat room. I will be happy to talk. I carry on heights. Yeah, the most important. Hello world. Now, but let's turn our focus back to the code at hand. So, the last time, what we have done. Uh, Use team. Yeah. What I'm doing, I'm writing a package repository manager for. So that is uh, so if you have on a server, you have repositories for different package managers. I have decided to make a program with which you can uh, create and manage multiple of these repositories uh, for bunch of distributions, whatever I want. Debian, Arch, Fedora, even Gentoo maybe. But first, I'm going to write a frontend. So I decided to mainly write everything in C# and technologies surrounding it. So right now I'm using what is known as Razor. Razor is a system which combines C# with web technologies like HTML, CSS, even some Python if you even though nowadays they even have something called Blazor, which is a technology which compiles into WebAssembly, so you don't even JavaScript in your code. It's amazing. So this is index page for our repository manager. We will have a basically a giant index where it will list all the repositories created of what package type and what domain, and of course an ID and name, important parts. So right, I've been creating or from the last stream and currently fixing up post. So post method which will post to self. Most ironic part, but yes, post to itself, so you don't need to drag it back. It's post to itself, which then execute this on-post async task, which just connects to a API server that runs separately, which then manages your stuff, your different repositories because this will be run in something like Kubernetes or Docker, because you want to have native environments for those package managers. For example, how will you get Arch packages running on like Arch stuff or packages running on Debian or on, I don't know, Fedora? So while you can use something like Docker or Kubernetes to spin up those environments and just co- talk to those environments directly. So this API will be connected to everything there and just orchestrate what what needs to be orchestrated, like create new repositories and such. So at this point, I should probably start my Kubernetes cluster if it hasn't started already. So let's check on its status. Micro micro k8s dot status. It will tell us if it's running, and as you can see, it outputs this, which means it's running. Because if it wasn't, it would be probably crying out that it's not running. Here, micro k8s is running. Now if you go micro k8s dot kubectl yl and let's go get ns, so we see what nodes we have or namespaces. Node is my server. We'll see that we have stuff like predefined stuff like kube system, kube public, kube node list, ingress, metal lb, container registry, and MySQL database. What what I what I need. MySQL database will need to run and runs currently. Let's go kube or microcate as kube get svc-n MySQL database. See the cluster IP, which I will right now use to connect with. If my API has a correct cluster IP, model data, not a model controller repo data, registry repo, and it does. What that means, now we can simply run both of these and it should work, but there is a problem. I remember I made a mistake other than just that. Right in here, the controller isn't registered, it's a registered repo. And should be it. Now we can save everything. And if we run both WebUI and Web API, would not finish task build. Why? Okay, why? Why? Of course, we can also do it other way. Terminal, clear, going to repository.api and docker.net run. It will build and run automatically. Here we go. WebUI, Docker. Come on, me. I can do better. .NET run. Now it will cry out because both running at 5,000. The set. And I'm going to fix this now. As I have it set currently, everything server should be running on the API server at 6,000 because that's what I have set up and I don't want to change stuff. So how I'm going to correct this? The program says yes, I'm going to add dot u else http colon slash slash 0.0.0 the end. Uh, Alan, yeah, last time I have a somewhat of a, let's say, not a good opinion of Flatpaks because they have a security issue. Specifically, the the stuff, the reason it is so open is also its biggest security flaw because the store, specifically the Flat Hub, doesn't have any kind of application process. Like for example, Snaps. The reason the reason it is, in my opinion, so good as being titled secure because the fact that it has the the whole process of application and process of giving access to certain things, automatically giving access to certain things through a whole team of people on canonical side, it brings something of a air of security to it. So no matter what you install, it won't be automatically connect to whatever it wants. While on the other hand, with Flatpak, at least the last time I checked, it basically it basically connected to anything because the team or the guys behind FlatHub didn't have such processes set up. But I don't know how things have changed now, so could be that things changed. But on the other hand, that's just based on security. Otherwise, it really doesn't matter. While Flatpak seems to be larger than Snaps in many cases, mainly because of the environments downloads and how those environments are composed. Otherwise, it really has no difference between Flatpak and Snaps and all that. But for containerized packaging formats for desktop applications and stuff like that, they really are no there is no difference between Snaps and Flatpaks. But I do personally did let's say I did step behind Snaps because I think they have a better future in the better future for staying, while Flatpak will probably also stay, but it'll be more or less a community project, community RAM project, while Snap has the, the whole backing and everything, which will probably make it more successful than Flatpak, in my opinion. I know I might have jumbled a few words there, but while either are good as Flatpak as Snaps, I personally have chosen to more stand behind Snaps. Might also be because I always was more of a Ubuntu kind of guy, and in reality, both of those are enough. But again, I do think Snaps have a better chance at the future than Flatpaks. Now, let's return to our code. I forgot to put 6,000 here. Now, if I go here and rerun .NET Run, it will give us listening on HTTP 6,000. And we go here, and it should be yay. Now, I don't like it having HTTPS right now. I'll cancel this and add same thing 5,000 our main web UI program that's yes 5,000. Hey, our podcast. How are you today? Now let's open up the website, and as you see, I'm on Microsoft Edge. Let's see, slash 5,000. Of course, I should probably do an IP address. And here it is, the most basic of basics websites possible. Now, I just put simple test to the test and should get something. And we did absolutely nothing. This is okay, you know? Nice, nice. I guess that's for the Hotshot Racing League we're having. So at this point, we should probably check on our uh, database, get pods-n MySQL database. Gonna go exec-it dash, and I'm gonna just copy the pod name here. I know this is probably not the most recommended way doing things. Oh yeah, it is the easiest to get to the internal MySQL database without a problem. So password, what's the password? I kind of forgot. Let's see if we can find it. I had it on stream last week, so I should remember. Code be here, cube, deploy. And it is, yeah. And again, those who watched a couple of weeks ago when I was setting up this MySQL server, please don't use the password I used. It's a bad password. It was meant just for testing, and it's still meant just for testing. Now, I probably could have just opened up API, controllers, the register repo where it actually, but this isn't the correct one. Since I have root here, but as you see, I don't remember, but let's go select, or no, show tables, use show databases. Huh. And we go use repo manager, and we can go show tables and select star from repositories. Boom. And as we selected test apt, test is inside. Let's do another one. So we have to go back in here and let's go. Let's name it the R podcast with RPM as the type of repository, and base repository be R Podcast. HTTPS, and if we do submit, it errors out. Why? What did I mess up? Hmm. Good question. Let's see. Pages. Yes, HTML, not on it. Okay, I think I know. Huh, I think I know. But this shouldn't have a client. Huh. This shouldn't have be a problem. I don't know why it is. Added one or more requests. Huh, strange. Decided the request I sent was all it did. Huh, strange. I didn't know that could happen. Okay, let's make the proper, I guess. Right this way. Base address. Right. This and this. Let's add another one. Timeout. But oh, I don't need a timeout right now. Let's run again. Okay. I have to open up this. Let's go. We are. And it's a bit now. It should have sent it back. And let's see. R test RPM and let's and it's sent and it's correct. Yay! I fixed it. I am good at searching Stack Overflow. And if you are actually don't know, actually Stack Overflow is based on C Sharp and C Sharp based technologies like I believe MVC old technology, but works just as well as Razor. Now test if it actually worked, execute a SQL command, select star from repositories. There it is. Oh, hello, Yannick. How are you today? We're gonna return to our controllers and we're gonna do repo control. And we're gonna get single or all instances from. But first, we're gonna write all the controllers. Then we're gonna work on the front end to expose those controllers for front end UI. Because it's me, I'm going to actually take basic. Me. I don't like to work much, especially in this. Copying should be a thing always. So hop like this, and now like this. But here, this command needs to change, and then we will change our parameters. As I mentioned last time, parameters is the important one because well, that's what it was parameterization of the SQL command, which basically stops SQL injection in its tracks in most cases, and is good for now. Probably looking to some other ways of protecting SQL injection in future. There are any more that are necessary. First, we need to update our command to be select star from repository where let's see, ID equals repo equals at repo ID. Again, this is for the fact that we do not have a problem with SQL injection. I do CMD parameters add value and for ID. Here we just do for ID. But before we actually do it, probably should check if repo ID is valid. Repo ID is a number. Let's if repo ID try parse for ID. Huh. Oh, oh yeah. There we go. Repo ID. Go repo ID. Just an out. So work with it. So ID. I could just dispose of. Can't actually. Okay. If out. Yep. Dispose with this. Yeah, I can. So now it's disposed. So it runs this one only if repo ID is the proper properties int, and if it's not, I just go else and return er repo id not a integer. While we won't take care of it on our web UI side, it is good to have such tests involved. And I didn't use guys because I didn't need, but for cleanliness, I think we should. So I'm going to actually format the code document. Yeah, I can do it here. Now, so if the code passes the master test, will go. It will open a connection, execute a non-query. Correct, because it execute reader. And at this point, we should probably create a reader. So MySQL reader equals, right? Reader. Oh, data reader. Yeah. And then a single one, we should probably also do scalar, I believe. No, that work for obvious reason. Create an object because we're gonna have to turn it into a JSON object in the meantime. So let's see how to do that. Okay, models dot repo data repo equals new models. They have no work, and we do reader dot next result. I don't think this will be necessary, but we'll test. Reader dot read. Yeah, reader read. Go reader. I might have forgotten how to do that. Huh, let me see. Get string and column name or a number. So if we want to do ID, so we do either ID or 0. This will put out our of course we should probably secure this so it actually works if reader read like this, only one line. And because there are some other things, I probably should do it a bit differently, but okay. So report dot id equals. Oh yeah, this is int. So should probably convert it to int. Convert dot to int 32 is enough at this point. Even 16 would be enough. Yeah. Repo dot name equals reader dot get string 1. Or we could go name. And we should here ID. Repo dot package type equals reader dot get string package type. And the last one being repo dot base domain equals reader dot get string base domain. I I also could get int without convert to convert. Let's try it this way, right? Reader dot get int 32 ID like this. And now we're just gonna go simple. Have it here now. I believe we have the in our web. We believe we did already one of those. Serializations. Yes, we did. JSON serialize. So if anyone has any questions, leave them in chat. I will gladly answer it. Meanwhile, we will just do this. And of course, JSON serializers should be not here because we do not have a using statement. Now, for the second part, for the list one. Oh, why the hell do I have it this way and this way? Huh. We'll see how this works. Not sure. Absolutely not sure. We're not gonna do this. There are a few changes we're gonna need to make. For example, where should not be here? Where should not be doing anything here? This doesn't need to be here. On. Oh yeah, why did I delete a con? No, technically don't need here. We'll do that later. Don't worry, we'll do that later. We'll need to remove the where command. The where part of the command. Because we're just looking to get everything. So, how's everybody's day? And we go this. We're going to repause and do list of models, repo data, new models, list, models, repo data. And it's not all. We're just gonna basically delete this. Why? Because we're gonna do differently. Actually, we're gonna first here generate a constructor. And it's a full constructor, not just a partial one. This one. And we go back here. We're gonna go this like this. I'm gonna do while and it will do basically this repos.add, and of course, I'm already here, I can do repos. Repos.add, new, false data. There we go. Reader.get teacher ID. Reader.get string stream with name reader.get string package type reader.get string base domain, and that's it. But because this is a really long line, we're gonna be splitting up in half because we can do that. So that's what C# allows. We're gonna be formatting a document like this. I normally like this then put in a tab in because so we see the difference. So now oh yeah, I need to put, and I'm not that kind of idiot, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna basically this, and I'm just gonna do this, and then this. Else, this done, else, huh, repo equals new. It's of course it needs another uh, another constructor. Always never forget a base constructor. This one. Turn. Huh. Oh yeah. Correct. A single mistake. Rate me. To stretch my hands a bit because it stretch me and my hands. It's always good to stretch yourself when you're doing coding every once in a while. And since we've been doing this for an hour, let's stretch a bit. Or okay, let's say about 40 minutes. I'm gonna stretch myself a bit. Always good to stretch. Remember that. Of course, let's not forget stretching a neck, and maybe a bit later on I'll also stretch my legs. Take a bit of a pause while you watch a gray screen. But let's continue. Now we should implement this for just to see if, or should we just directly go and do these two as well? They're right here and should not be that big of a deal to update them. Would be about like probably about an 30 minutes to update them, and then we can go and work on that. Huh. let's see what my let's see what my idea has. At oh, let's do a register books. Let's I know at the time let's currently go and add that you imports file which adds and back help. Okay, fix issues related not having tag helpers enabled. Then for okay, I'm not gonna push changes. Up updated HTTP client have address right away and added uh, two constructors. And of course, the final one being added code for singular get and for get single repo info and for get multiple info. I know it's our 15 current line. And if we look up in our GitHub, let me just search it up in our hub. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm not signed. That's strange. Let's go. Repository manager net. We see there is nothing yet here. There is no update for the current one. Let's go and let's push it in. Yes. And if we refresh the page, we should see add code for single repo info and for get multiple repo info. And that's about it. If you haven't already, please remember to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment in the chat beside the window you're watching or right below, depending on what kind of the views you're using. Are you using full screen or small window or the theater mode? And why the hell is GitHub in light mode? It should be the dark mode. Er, GitHub, why you have dark mode? Why? Well, for all of you who would like to find this repository, here is the link in the chat now. Go check it out. And if any of you have any questions, Remember to post them in chat, I guess down below, probably. Let's return to our code. So this is going to register I already have, but modify. So we're gonna do by copying this part first. So we have a base code there, or we do deregister. Deregister would work rather fast. So yes, I need using statement here. So we go. So insert, we're gonna do delete. Delete. And because it's me, I don't remember the exact syntax. So we're gonna go with internet for help. Delete from repositories where ID equals add. Stop moving. Add repo ID. And now we just need to do and go for ID. Why I have this whole repository data? I don't know. I don't need that. I just need bring for ID. Of course, I think I know why. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, that's why. Probably. Repository data dot ID and returns the name of it which deletes. And that's it. It executes a long query. I think. Yeah, and that's it. Now, I'll go and modify. If you see that there is anything I should change, please remind me in the chat. I'm supposed to see it. Apparently, the modify should be a, a bit harder to do, but it will also be like tiny a smidget. Of course, what? What just happened? So this one modifies the commands I put in. So this would be update command, right? Right. Let's go. Update. Let's go with table name repositories set. And then we have to figure out what to change. And this should be like hardest to do, but we're just gonna do it basically the brute force mode. So it should go at name or name equals at name. This isn't the recommended way, but we're doing it for now. Package type equals at package type at a base main at base domain where id equals at repo id. This and we just this repo id. The proper way would be getting the select statement and then crafting update statements from multiple multiple if statements, crafting it all together. That would be the proper way, I guess. But I'm not about the proper way. I'm about the way it works. So if you think this should be done a different way and you would like to contribute, don't forget you can do a pull request from the repository there, and then I might accept it. And it should then execute a non-query and be done. Yay! Now, huh, I guess we're done with this part of today's checklist, so we can check our second part. Now I'm going to absolutely before I think about going, I'm going to here and I'm going to update this part here, and we're gonna go away. Actually, we're gonna just basically call this here. Oh, I know. First of all, I'm gonna have to find one of these bad boys where are. Here, I think I should be properly using a dependence section, I think, but I'm not gonna mess with this now. Let's just make it work, and then we're gonna worry about stuff like properly, okay? Like with that, we're probably gonna work on that. So go. Um, index, uh, index model dot. Yeah, it's private, so it should be public or something. So you don't use that one. Dot client equals client dot. I'm gonna copy this program, this, and we're gonna copy this part, put it here, and we're gonna go dot get async API like this. All I will require right now, and at this point, then I'm going to just console dot right line, test. No more I'm gonna do fonts, message dot content like this, not to string. And we're gonna execute this. I know this is not correct or even close to correct. I just want to see it work. And okay, I just got something. As you see here. But this is not what I want, right? Huh, that's string. I think this might work. I'm also a bit more of foggy right now because I have been oh crap. Again, not happening. I might be a bit loosey goosey right now, or what? How we're gonna call it? I don't know. Huh? To my mind. Oh. Huh. Huh. Ah, I could do. Oh yeah, I know why it doesn't work. Read response message dot content as async there as async stuff is. And it doesn't work. Why? Huh. This is strange. Strange. If anybody knows what did wrong here, please tell me. Strange. Should work. I think. Not sure. Huh. Oh, now this is bad. Yeah, I think I'm a bit. Oh, a simple little test. Make a little test. I will have another test I can do. What the hell? Oh yeah, I forgot to rerun it. Of course. Good job, me. Now I have this working. I can simply now go here and do JSON JSON deserialize. So repos equals JSON serializer dot deserialize. Work, right? Yes. And let's see, repos dot, I don't know, ID. Oh yeah, console dot write line was 0 dot ID. And if we rerun this, 0, right? That's, huh, this is the output we get, huh? Strange, because we do get this. So, huh, let's try something a bit more unsneaky, or a bit more sneaky. So I'm gonna create a new model. Yes, and we're gonna do this, and then list of repo data. Repo data. And a getter and a setter. And of course, this will need a generic. Oh yeah, I need to create an so public class repo data list, and this. Of course, let's format the document. Public, and a bit ugly solution to that problem, but will have to work for now. Uh, Model dot repo list repos. Tink tonk, tink tonk, tink tonk, tink. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Repos dot repo data 0 dot ID. This should now probably work. If not, I don't know what to do. Build failed. Oh yeah, here. Dot the data here. Now this should run. And if F5 here, we get a JSON exception. Huh. Okay. Let's try a simple hack to top of that. Body equals. Oh no, I didn't know. Like this. This is an ugly hack, but it might work for now. Just for a test, of course. Nope. Oh yeah. I know what's wrong. I'm gonna put what should I put? I think this should work now. Same error. I think hacking it won't work. We need to do it proper. Oh yeah, I know why. Instance object reference not set to an instance of an object. Why? Uh, oh. Oh yeah. Maybe this wants to be a list of data. Dead? For some reason. But it seems I'm kinda spiraling right now, so yeah. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Bravo me. I just do this. Same. But it does pull something. What am I missing? And why doesn't that work correctly? Because this should have worked, you know? Oh yeah, not this. The older one. There, this one should have worked. Why it doesn't? If anybody has an idea, please tell it. Otherwise, I think we're hour and a half in. I think it's time for me to say say my final words and disappear for now because I think my brain is starting to mash right now, trying to figure this out. And irony is I'll be gone for about 10 minutes when I figure it out. Huh, wait wait a second. Let's see. Huh, should work. Okay, think I think I won't waste any more of your viewers' time. Be going in my head in circles. Thank you guys for watching. Let's see. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And on to the next time. Goodbye.